Coach, there will be time for reflection, certainly as the season goes on, but for what might be the final time in the East Bay, it is opening night of the NFL season here in Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That one goes for 24. Yards.
24-yard gain on the play.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Flacco. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, unless there's a postseason meeting later in the year, this is most likely the final time that the Broncos and Raiders will play in Oakland. Of course, so much history between the two since their inaugural season in the AFL back in 1960. Broncos and Raiders, they've been locked together in the same division, facing off twice a season. And this rivalry also stands as the most common pairing for Monday. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A big play there. 51 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 22. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Caught by Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This is Josh Jacobs, the Alabama man, with his first NFL carry. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. I think even more.
Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught by Gates for a Bronco touchdown. Antonio Gates, 29 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Carr. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him as he pulls it in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfrow with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The pass there complete to Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4. Flacco, he'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And he is all the way up past the 25. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. 2nd quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here. Now a carry for Jacobs. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 1st down gains. On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. And his throw here is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They don't want it, boys. They don't want it. They don't want it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them,
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
and I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay,
well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for them. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. 24th pick in the spring by Oakland was Josh Jacobs. Only rushed for 640 yards last year at Alabama, but when you consider the offensive depth chart they had, it makes it understandable. So young, won't turn 22 until February, and they're really hoping that the veteran presence of 30-year-old Doug Martin can be a guiding light for Jacobs. On second down, it's Jacobs, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Now Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Hunter Renfrow making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Throwing again on second down. Flacco. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
On play action, now Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 16 yards, a first down.
And the Raider first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Carr now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's first and 10. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the Broncos' 22-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. 4-7's the mic. 4-7's the express. Here we go. Let's bring it.
To throw, it's Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have taken the lead. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. Gets it to Meredith, complete. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Flacco. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Flacco completes this one to Meredith. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Flacco now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Once more, it's Flacco being chased out left. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Flacco from the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. McManus's point after is good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And out across midfield down to the 45. So we have reached halftime here in the final game of opening weekend 2019. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will get them one closer. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver. Throw from Carr complete to Renfro. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Throwing now is Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. To try again after the sack. Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Flacco. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Operating off play action, Flacco. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Tahir Whitehead. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He was going for Gates, his tight end that time. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
That's complete to his tight end, Waller.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's Carr to throw. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. To throw is Carr. There goes a deep ball. End zone. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams, 39 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
Let's go, D.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Flacco's throw there complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Mike, 55. Check. Hey! What we got?
They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. And that is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. On 1st down, it's Jacobs. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs, 33 yards. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it, and I can't wait to see what they decide to do.
It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Denver, 54 yards. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Flacco. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Setting up to throw, Flacco. He's got his tight end Fant. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, Flacco. Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at the 20. Now Carr, he's airing it out for Williams. He's got a man, complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Cost them.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
Hey, foxtrot.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs, eluding the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Hunter Renfrow now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it. It got his man. Complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Flush to his right. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. Past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Down. 180.
Check back 47.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Oakland, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.